One of the things that's the hardest for people on that journey to health and getting well is figuring out the things that are good to eat and the things that are not so good. And right at the top of the list is sugar. Now, sugar is sweet, it's very addictive. It gives us that burst of energy, helps us to feel great, but then it starts to wear down, and that's when we often crash. And while a lot of people would say, I don't have an issue with sugar, I can quit anytime, they're often thinking of just the innocent little white sugar that often sits in a bowl on your table or on your counter. But there's so much sugar and hidden sugar in so many everyday things. Most people are eating way more than they realize. There's fructose in so many common products, things that you use all the time. And so it can be in salad dressing, ketchup. It's in so many just foods and sauces. It's in a lot of canned things. It's in so many things, definitely packaged bakery items. You're definitely going to see a lot there. And so we're getting it in places that we don't even realize. And so, one of the things that I like to do when I'm trying to help people on that journey is help them to realize there's a dark side to sugar. It isn't all just sweet. There's a lot of emotional issues that are directly linked to eating those high carb things that break down like sugar. So maybe for you, it's that addiction to bread or pasta. Those are really common. A lot of people like those, mashed potatoes, they like white rice. So a lot of these foods really tend to often fall into that category right along with sugar. Besides having issues with the emotional, there's the physical. Heart disease, our dental health is directly connected. How we sleep, how we interact as far as energy. A lot of our autoimmune issues that people struggle with have a direct connection to sugar. So that's something that I really try to work on with people, is dialing that in. Is it giving up everything? No, because most of us wouldn't do that, but it's understanding the dangerous side. The other thing is there's a lot of sugar hidden in food. Believe it or not, there's sugar in baby food. Most of your toothpaste, so many products have sugar. The other issue is sugar comes under a lot of names. Fructose is one of the most common. We see a lot and hear a lot about high fructose corn syrup. That is the worst of the worst. But there are other ways that we're getting that sugar. Like I said, barbecue sauces, a lot of things that we eat commonly. And so just understanding, knowing the names, a lot of the products will often list sugar as the number one ingredient. But then later on, there'll be all these other ones. Typically, when you see that OSE at the end of a word, like in fructose, that's just sugar. And so just knowing these things and understanding can help you realize, wait a minute, this isn't something to play around with. So there are the hidden sugars. And then one of the things I teach in my course, Kick Your Sugar Cravings, is we need an alternative. Often we realize the dangers of something and we say, I need to stop. But unless we have something to replace it, we tend to go back. And so in that module, we talk about what are good, healthy replacements. Coconut sugar, but we don't want to go overboard even on those. What we need to do is start really rediscovering our taste buds. And it is something that can happen. It's not overnight, but it can happen. Often there's sugar added in supplements. So even reading the label on things like that, a lot of your kids' vitamins have sugar. One of the things that I added as a bonus to my Kick Sugar course are some recipes, discovering that you can still have things like fudge. You can have different types of cookies. You can make a whipped cream. You can make a date paste that's like a caramel sauce that you can put on things. There's lots of ways that you can discover that you don't have to give up things being sweet. We just want to watch it. Our health is so very important. And when we realize how addictive, how dangerous refined white sugar can be, then we do need to realize we need to find some other alternatives. So, if you want more information about my course, Kick Your Sugar Cravings Now, check the links. And it'll often help you on those other things. Like I said, the bread and the rice and the white flour. We'll find other alternatives that are so much better. One of the trickiest things is to give up the habit. But once we do, it's also one of the best ways that we can see quick results in turning our health around. I believe it's one of the best ways that we can start dropping some of those extra pounds is by giving up sugar and realizing it's in far more than we ever thought. So again, get more information about Kick Sugar Cravings Now by checking the link. And this is Coach Maggie helping you find God's design for healthy living. As always, take care and of course, God bless.